Welcome back from morning tea, everyone. We will get started again. I thought perhaps I should apologise to the people who were promoted in my notes this morning, but then I thought I am coming from the future, so you've got something to look forward to. So I would now like to introduce Rebecca Knights, who I'm confident is the Executive Director of Strategic Policy and Delivery in the Department of Energy and Mining. Rebecca has more than 20 years of commercial, regulatory and policy experience across the energy industry and in government and statutory businesses. Welcome, Rebecca.
Paul, I asked to be promoted to CE, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. I'd like to acknowledge that we meet here on the lands of the Kaurna people, and I pay my respects to elders past and present. So good to see you all today. I hope you've had a good morning and you enjoyed your morning tea. I'm going to continue our journey on South Australia's comparative advantages. And I think one of the things we've heard today that's really important is government vision and government support. And I think this government, you've heard from our minister this morning, we'll have other ministers and the Premier here later today, have really set an amazing agenda here. And it really, for me, it started with the economic statement. The statement sets high ambition for the South Australian economy to encourage growth that links global opportunities to our strengths as a state, while ensuring we all benefit from prosperity. It's a commitment to work with South Australians and to work with industry to evolve our approach to economic development. And being here today, you're all partnering with us on this ambition. We have a fantastic combination of capabilities that we are renowned for, and our future economic trajectory will build upon these economic foundations. World-class research and globally recognised innovation districts, a long and continued history of manufacturing, a long history of firsts. And if I put that in context today, it's renewable energy. It's the first and world's largest grid-scale battery that was back in 2017, and now hydrogen. We have a stable environment providing confidence as a location for investment and production. And our quality of life here is second to none. So people are moving here all the time because they're realising what a great place South Australia is. We offer certainty and consistency for prospective investors in decarbonisation. So a well-established, stable democracy, proactive regulation, a society and economy forged in innovation and collaboration, and an educated and skilled workforce. You've heard a bit today about our energy transition. So this century, we've made a rapid transition from a focus on agriculture and mining to energy in its own right. This government had a vision to be an earlier adopter of renewable energy and a leader in decarbonisation of electricity supply. And I think, you know, we've all heard today the transition we've had from 1% to 74% renewable energy. You know, leading the rest of Australia. It really is a testament to government vision and the efforts that public servants and industry put in here to actually deliver on visions. We've heard about leading on firming renewable energy. So 2017, partnering with industry to deliver the Hornsdale grid-scale battery, the world's largest at the time, and we've since seen industry move forward and add additional grid-scale batteries to our system. And you also heard earlier today the new efforts we're putting in with the leading in hydrogen and our water infrastructure. These efforts have led us to be in a position that we've done the hard work to decarbonise the state's electricity supply. So what that really means is we've got all this opportunity for more renewable energy, and it's not about decarbonising our existing industries. This is about new industry. It's about growth. And that puts us in a really different position than other states in Australia that are still trying to decarbonise their existing industrial supply and replace coal-fired plants that are still in their system. So we look to plan our energy system for the future, a future of demand growth from new industry, mining and electrification. We've therefore established a forecasting and planning function. So this function is really important. It will ensure that we have a planned energy system that provides affordability, low emissions and reliability, and make sure we are developing the system for growth, industrial growth, electrification, all of these things to make sure we have the appropriate energy infrastructure. The unit's already developed a network model of the SA energy system and is working to facilitate a least cost pathway for growth. A key role will be to forecast the demand growth of new industry, mining, hydrogen and electrification. This new government function will work hand in hand with our network service providers, which are committed to facilitating the growth in our energy system. So Electranet, as our transmission service provider, has connected the vast majority of wind and solar in the state, and they've also connected more than 500 megawatts of grid-scale battery energy systems to firm our renewables. They have a strong track record in augmenting the transmission system as well. So at the moment, they're in the process of building a connection with New South Wales, and the work is complete on the South Australian side of the border. And they've also recently completed the Eyre Peninsula link, so a new 270 kilometre double circuit 132 kV high voltage transmission line from Coltana to Port Lincoln via Yadnarie. Electranet is also planning for the future. So the map that I've put up today is really their thinking about what infrastructure may need to be in South Australia to support that future growth. So a northern transmission expansion will unlock potential for increased connection of low-cost renewables, provide for load growth of new industry, mines and hydrogen, and will also provide capacity to supply developing iron ore deposits in the Braemar region. We also have a strong history in ensuring we have enough gas supply to serve our industry and gas-powered generation, which is currently firming our renewables. South Australia's gas is sourced from Victoria, Queensland and the Cooper Basin, which is in both South Australia and Queensland. Existing significant gas networks include the Moomba to Adelaide pipeline and the Sea Gas pipeline to deliver gas to Adelaide metropolitan and regional areas. As you heard earlier, the government's providing leadership in the decarbonisation of our gas uses, demonstrating hydrogen-powered generation, which will firm our renewables. But industry is also doing a lot in providing leadership in this area. Santos is undertaking the Moomba CCS project, so designed to leverage existing processing capability at Moomba and existing infrastructure associated with depleted resources in the Cooper Basin. It will play a significant role in the energy evolution as it transforms into a decarbonisation hub, with the potential to produce low-carbon fuels and offer CCS services which can reduce emissions for hard-to-abate sectors. Finally, the Upper Spencer Gulf. We've talked about it a lot today, but why is it important? To me, it's really important because it already has an established copper, zinc and metals production and processing industry. And this means the region has a significant existing workforce, training and supply centres, which really are there, they can be grown upon and underpin this opportunity. But why have we been successful? Like, one of the things that South Australia has really been successful in is strong regulatory foundations. We are known in Australia as a jurisdiction which has excellent regulatory frameworks that are administered well and provide a strong foundation for industry to actually be able to invest. Our regulatory frameworks provide a one window to government to slash red tape, streamline processes and enable timely decision making. Now, I've spent a lot of time going around Australia this month and I was in America as well. And one thing that has really struck me on my travels, that we've taken this for granted for a long time. This is not the type of frameworks that you see elsewhere, and it really makes a difference in doing business in South Australia. These regulatory frameworks include the Mining Act and associated regulations which regulate mining operations in South Australia from initial exploration right through to the closure of rehabilitation of a site. And our most recent one, the Hydrogen and Renewable Energy Act, builds on this successful template, enabling competitive land releases to support gigawatt scale renewable energy and regulation activities from resource studies through operations to closure and rehab. These regulatory frameworks actually enable the concurrent development of renewable energy, hydrogen, mining and green iron. So they have flexibility built into them to build supporting infrastructure. So you can come into one place, into the department, and the department can help manage the approvals you need for the whole value chain of the opportunity we're talking about today. So I think many of the people in the room are aware of the journey we've been going on with the Hydrogen and Renewable Energy Act. It was legislated last year. We're in the process of finalising regulations, which will be made very shortly, and then we'll be having our first release areas to enable these gigawatt scale renewable energy developments to progress. Our transformation has been of such a scale that we're regulating for a period of renewable energy abundance. And the step change we're driving is one that takes us from megawatts to gigawatts. The one window to government under the HRE Act enables us to licence and regulate the entire life cycle of the projects, recognise that Aboriginal participation in decision making is central to South Australia's clean energy future, maintain government's commitment to multiple land use, maximise benefits for all South Australians, while ensuring that any environment, economic, public safety and social and cultural impacts are effectively addressed, and deliver investment certainty and security to unlock a pipeline of renewable energy projects and the development of the state's hydrogen sector. The one window to government enables a holistic assessment process. It includes the ability for the department to help and look at tenement and licence applications, operational approvals, activity notifications, environmental assessment and offsets, native title agreements, and matters of national environmental significance. You know, I had the opportunity to work closely with the businesses building Project Energy Connect, the transmission line between South Australia and New South Wales. And one thing that really struck me of the difference between how businesses work with agencies here in South Australia versus other states is that there is a lot of effort put into working with proponents to make sure they understand the data and information that they need to gather to submit an application. And so all of that is worked through closely. So by the time you actually put your application in, you have some assurance that you've provided everything we need to actually do an assessment. And that allows really good timelines for actually processing of the applications. Part of South Australia's appeal as an investment destination is the certainty it provides through a clear and consistent regulatory regime. The department is committed to the fundamental regulatory principles of effectiveness and efficiency, accountability, enforcement and engagement. The department's approach includes collaboration with other government agencies to achieve government priorities, engage their expertise and authority when required. And it really enables all of you as parties that are working with the department to have a clear line of sight to a person, to a team, to actually work with you on getting the things you need to progress your project forward. The department is committed to streamlining the decisions needed from the state and Commonwealth governments to ensure that responsible regulation of projects is delivered most efficiently and cost effectively. So how's it all working? Well, our state's appeal as an investment destination for minerals and mineral processing is even evident in the numbers shown in this slide and the amount of people that have been through our regulatory processes and moved forward. It also can be seen in the renewable space. So not only are we leading Australia in the connection of renewable energy to the system, but we have a huge amount of projects that are sitting in the pipeline that already have their approvals and are ready to go when there's new demand. So in summary, our state boasts a government supportive investment, stability and certainty, a deep and sophisticated mining sector, robust but fair and transparent regulation, innovation and future-focused thinking, and world-class legislation encouraging the responsible development of gigawatt-scale renewable energy facilities. On top of that, we have a number of geographic and infrastructure advantages that we've discussed here early today. So I hope today you have the chance to meet other people that are really interested in being part of this journey. So in the room today, we have everything from steelmakers to infrastructure providers to our miners. And having you all here in person, part of the opportunity was for you to meet one another, as we recognise that this opportunity is not something that one party can develop. It is complex and it will require collaboration. So I hope this can be part of your journey and that collaborative journey today.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Once again, use the Slido to enter your questions, and a quick look around the room to see if you've got any burning questions for Rebecca right now. There are no hands shooting up, so I will move forwards and invite Dr. Bronwyn Kamak, who is the Director of Geosciences South Australia from the Department of Energy and Mining, to come to the stage.